Most of the activities we do in life are full of repetitions. Imagine if I ask you to print out from 0 to 100 using console log. To implement this simple task, it may take you to 2 to 5 minutes. Such kind of tedious and repetitive tasks can be carried out using loops. So let's discuss about loop. The first loop we are going to discuss about is for loop. Let's discuss about the structure of for loop. It starts with for. It's going to take some initialization and it's going to take a condition based on what it's going to run, and here we can specify increment or decrement based on the condition, and our code actually goes here. Now let's see an example how we can implement this for loop. Okay, let's just comment this. Okay, here I will say for the first step is going to be initialize a variable. I'm gonna say let I is equals to 0, and here I need to specify the condition. I'm gonna say I is less than or equals to 5. If I is less than or equals to 5, I want to increment I++ and execute code in this block. Let me explain you. For let I is, we declared initialization, that is I value, I is equals to 0, and we also declared a condition. If the condition is I less than or equals to 5, and we are incrementing here. Okay, let's console log I and see what we get in the console. As you can see, we get 5 values, meaning this for loop is gonna run until this condition is true. Whenever this condition becomes false, it's gonna stop, right? So if I say here 10, this I value, this console log code is actually gonna run until this condition becomes false, or this condition becomes, as you can say, satisfied. If this condition becomes satisfied, it's gonna stop this for loop. It's a loop. And if I say here, as you can see, it's printing numbers from 0 to 10. That's how this for loop actually works. For example, I'm gonna say here, let's reverse this now. I'm gonna say here I is equals to 5. If I is greater than or equals to 0, until this condition is satisfied, I want to decrement the I value. If I say here, as you can see, we are just printing these numbers in the reverse order, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the decrementing order. Similarly, we also have, let's take one more example to understand it better. Here I'm gonna say for, let's just declare a what you can say, a countries array. We have a countries array here, as you can see over here. Okay, I'm just gonna loop over here. Before that, let's just declare a new array, and let's use the for loop to fill up this new array. For, we need to initialize let I is equals to 0, and here I need to specify the condition to run until this condition is satisfied. It's gonna keep running this for loop. Here I will say countries dot length. Obviously countries dot length is going to be this length of this array, and the third is going to be incrementing I++. So here I need to specify the code which I want to run. I'm just gonna push new array. I'm just gonna push the elements from the countries of I and 2. I'm just gonna convert them to 2 uppercase. If I save that and console log the new array, as you can see, all the elements of this array were converted to uppercase letters and were added to this new array using this one line of code. Instead of writing this code to each of these elements, we just wrote a single line and just looped on this array by saying let I is equals to 0. Whenever this I value is less than this array values, I want to increment this I value and I want to perform this push operation until this condition is satisfied, and it just give me this result. I used push. I just pushed these countries of I, meaning these arrays. It's gonna access every loop, every iteration. It's gonna access elements from this array and it's gonna convert to uppercase. This Finland will be converted to uppercase and it will be pushed to this new array each and every iteration. That's how these for loops actually work. Next we have while loop. Let's see an example. First, let I is equals to 0. We can define a while loop using a while keyword, and here we can specify a condition. If I is less than or equals to 5, sorry for that, okay, I can specify a condition here. If this condition is true, until this condition is true, I want to execute this piece of code here. I will say console log I, and I want to increment. If I say like that, as you can see, until this condition becomes true, or sorry, until this condition becomes false or satisfied, it's just gonna keep on running this piece of code over here. As you can see over here, I value was 0. It's gonna check for whether 0 is less than or equals to 5. It becomes I is less than or equals to 5, right? It becomes true, so it's gonna print out I and increment I, so here it becomes 1. So again the iteration continues. Here it's gonna become 1 here. Whether 1 is less than or equals to 5, it's gonna become true. Again it's gonna enter this loop and print out this 1 here. Again here it's gonna increment. When it reaches to 5, it's gonna check for 5 is less than or equals to 5. It is equals to 5, so it's gonna become true. Again it enters this loop. When it reaches 6 here, it's gonna go over here 6. It's gonna check for less than 6 is less than or equals to 5. It becomes false, right? So it's gonna stop right there. That's how this while loop actually works. Similarly, we also have a do while loop. For example, let's leave it let I is equal to 0. Here we can use do console log I plus plus here, and here I can specify while here. It's just gonna execute this piece of code until this condition is actually true. As you can see here, we get the same result, right? It's just gonna execute this piece of code until the condition from here actually becomes false or satisfied. That's how do while loops actually works. Similarly, we also have for of loop. We use for of loop for arrays. It's very handy way to iterate through an array if we are not interested in index of each element in the array. So let's discuss about the syntax. It starts with for. Here I can say const element of array, and here our code actually goes. Code goes here. Now what do I mean by this? Instead of saying I is equals to 0, let I is equals to 0, I less than or equals to 5 or something, and incrementing I plus plus, here we can actually access this element, each element. This element is actually individual elements from this array. Now what do I mean by that? For example, let's consider a numbers array. Here I will say 1, 2, 3 up to 5. Okay, there we have our numbers array. Here I can say for const num of numbers. Let's print out, let's console log the num and see what do we have inside of the num. As you can see, we have each of these elements from this array in this num here. Instead of saying, as I mentioned, I is equals to 0, I less than or equals to something, and I plus plus, this is very handy, right? It's similar to that method, but it is very handy and easy to implement whenever we want to access each of these array elements. Similarly, let's perform. For fun, let's just say num. Let's just multiply those elements and see what do we get here. As you can see, this first it's gonna go for this value 1. 1 into 1 is going to be 1. Again it's gonna move to 2. 2 into 2 is 4, and it continues and so on. That's it for this video. In the next video we are going to talk about functions. So I will see you in the next one.